Hello everyone. I hope you are all keeping well. For anyone not feeling well, I truly hope things will get better soon. I appreciate you all so much for helping me build the channel. My short topic today is about toxic managers. If you have a caring and understanding manager, I say, thank your lucky stars. I genuinely want you to excel and thrive. I would like you to progress beyond the stars. In the world we live, you will find great managers, and you will come across not so good managers. If you are afraid of your boss, ask yourself why. Some people are having the opportunity to grow abundantly career-wise with super understanding managers, whilst the unfortunate few have the experience of real nightmare managers. Toxic managers who seem poised to frustrate and destroy. Does it sound familiar to you? If it does, you are not alone. In all companies, you can almost guarantee to find or meet a narcissistic manager, or to put it gently, a toxic manager. This kind of manager shamelessly walks around the department and even crosses to other departments, interrupting, frustrating, and gaslighting either to hurt one fellow member of staff or a few members of staff for no apparent reason. He demoralizes and damages the staff underneath him with pure ease. This toxic manager's repeated and disruptive behavior drives several employees to become disengaged and less interested in their work. He diminishes one's sense of connection and belonging. He offers no support or encouragement or help whatsoever. The toxic manager will take away the team members' autonomy and sense of purpose, all of which are vital for a healthy and thriving working team experience. They superficially conduct themselves as though the team will collapse without them. The toxic manager does not recognize and understand that the team's main united function is keeping the department productively functioning. His ego is so huge and dominant that he forgets the team is very capable of functioning without him. This is a dictator in the making, and they take delight in controlling people. Another important observation I have noticed with this kind of people is that they act differently around their own managers and peers. They show all responsibility, goodness, and care in front of their peers, and then act appallingly with their team members. Double standards are actively in play. Hence, making it almost impossible for anyone to believe you, the victim, if you decided to report. You wonder how they managed to get the position. Your mind begins to wonder and spin as to whether HR department did make all the important regular checks about this person. The manager who does not praise, does not listen to you, does not respond to your feedback and suggestions, does not encourage or say anything positive about your work, your questions, your concerns, and suggestions is toxic. I am talking about a manager who zooms onto your computer screen in the hope of catching you processing something else other than work. He is hellbent to make you feel 100% insecure. They are confident you are not going to report their blatant and toxic behavior to HR department for fear of the outcome. And in your own mind, you have convinced yourself that kind of approach will make things worse than they are. You are afraid that it may backfire. Unknowingly, you have introduced uncertainty and fear, and before long, you will be experiencing more frustration and burnout. Gaslighting is a straight-up manipulation of your reality by some toxic manager. He uses a subtle technique often employed slowly and quite artfully to strategically run you down. If you are constantly second-guessing yourself while interacting with your manager, if you are constantly doubting and asking yourself if you are good enough whilst having a conversation with your manager, it is possible your manager is gaslighting you. The trust is breaking down. If a conversation with your manager leaves you feeling confused and insecure about what to do, there is a chance or possibility that your manager is gaslighting you. Toxic managers have no leadership skills whatsoever. They do not know how to ask questions, listen, or motivate. It is as if they are not aware that without understanding and clear communication, a manager cannot be effective in encouraging innovation and improving productivity, which is the real goal of any successful business. They are quick to pontificate and manipulate, including spreading gossip about you to damage your reputation. Another point I have seen is that they are quick to change organizations' guidelines, for instance, adding more work schedule in the hope that you might not execute and deliver results on time. Or when the organization has agreed for the staff to work 2 days a week at home, the toxic manager will override it and ask the team to return to the office full-time regardless. And because of fear, no one is going to mention anything to management. A toxic manager will ask you to draft a report, especially when he knows you are good at delivering good reports. However, once you are done and presented it to him, he will alarmingly criticize your idea. He will tell you, it is not good or strong enough, and it will not work. However, later, he will download your report, make a few tweaks to it, and present it as his own. He will proudly show it to his line manager, who unknowingly will praise him for the innovative idea and delivery. The line manager will then send it to the rest of the team, including you. You are left raging with anger and disbelief as this toxic manager is receiving accolade for your hard work. He will do anything to prevent you from being successful at your job or goals. They will control you until you leave on your own accord due to frustration. If you have noticed that the manager is gaslighting you, begin saving all emails coming to you from your manager about work. All verbal directive about work must be followed and confirmed via email. Otherwise, he will tell you one thing on Tuesday and a different thing on Wednesday. And because he has hold on you, you will be left feeling embarrassed and doubting yourself. Gaslighting tactics are employed to confuse and frustrate you to constantly make you feel on the edge of your seat. It is designed to damage your reputation and to discredit you in the eyes of your colleagues and other managers. Your ability to make suggestions or ideas is reduced. Hence, you begin to withdraw slowly. This is really a psychological game deployed to dent or destroy your confidence and self-worth. A gaslighting manager is good at manipulating, and he is sure to make you feel everything wrong is your fault. This could be the reason gaslighting bosses are so underreported. Because their victims are traumatized and have convinced themselves that they are not good enough. A progressive manager most of the time is more fully involved in the work spirit, team unity, the productivity, and growth of the department. He will build and encourage team spirit. Communication within the team will be amicable, respectful, and he or she will listen to everyone in the team. There will be no place for favoritism. A toxic manager will bend reality to make their version of events true and convincing. This toxic manager will even tell you not to take it personally or you are being oversensitive. This statement sounds innocent, but it is serious enough to seal your fate eventually. He or she is still criticizing or rather insulting you for being overly sensitive. Regardless of how justified, it is not your boss or anyone else to tell you how to feel. The toxic manager is doing all these things to invalidate your experience and knock your confidence. Eventually you will reach a point where your self-esteem, confidence at work is destroyed and you no longer have trust in yourself. If you meet this kind of manager, you need to trust yourself. Keep all your communications straightforward. Stick to emails where everything is clear, concise, and based on facts. Set boundaries and do not get dragged into any drama. Show the better side of you and start trusting yourself and your work. Nobody knows better how you should feel or how you should act. Thank you very much indeed for listening.